right, Laird, I've been really excited to talk about this game. This is Good Cop, Bad Cop. Good Cop, Bad Cop, designed by Brian Hink and Clayton Scanch. Brian and Clayton, and published by Overworld Games. Good Cop, Bad Cop is a hidden identity deduction game where players take on the role of cops in a corrupt police district. Players investigate each other to determine which side they are on. This is sounding exciting, right?
Yeah.
This is a great game. A spoiler warning. It's so much fun.
We should do this review. I'll be the bad cop and you be the good cop.
That's a good idea. Okay. Each player is dealt 3 cards that they put face down in any order. If you have the majority of good cards, you're good. If you have the majority bad cards, you're bad. But, Larrett, if you're the agent, you're automatically good. And if you're the kingpin, you're automatically bad. Players are also dealt an equipment card that are actions that can be played at any time unless stated differently on the card. It'll tell you, like, use during this phase or use when this happens. But mostly they're actions that can be played any time, and it specifically says, you know, the order of play goes, and you run into this a lot, but so it really says it, like the order of play is somebody says they're going to do something in a phase, you say you're going to play that card, you playing that card happens before the thing they said they were going to do, but then they're allowed to change the thing that they're going to do.
Okay.
So, which I kind of thought was really interesting that they're allowed to change it, because that could really mess up what you were going to do with the card.
Yeah.
But it really worked. It really did. It added for some really cool strategy and some on-the-fly type stuff.
That's pretty cool.
So on your turn, you can do one of the following actions. You can look at another player's card, one of their cards, without saying anything to other players about what it is. So you pick it up and you see, okay, it's a good card, right? Mm-hmm. So then later on, you might pick another one up and see, that's another good card. So you're thinking, oh, they're good. And you are most likely right, but there's the chance that that other card is the kingpin card.
Yeah.
So that would mean they're bad. So you can look at one of their cards. You can take a new equipment card and turn one of your cards face up. So there's some penalties for taking equipment cards and for getting a gun from the middle of the table. And that's turning one of your cards face up. So you're starting to give away information for the benefit of getting a new equipment card. The next action is grab a gun and turn another one of your cards face up. There's, you know, I think in like a 6-player game or 5-player game, there's 3 or 4 guns. It's less than the number of players there are, which makes for some even cooler situations. And then the last action you can do is shoot another player. After you shoot, you drop the gun back in the middle of the table. And the way these are represented, the guns are just these big, 4-inch by 6-inch cards that have a picture of a gun, and they're on like little standees.
So you just point it at.
Yeah, you just like move it, like it's sitting on the table and you're moving it to who you're pointing it at, which is kind of goofy looking, but this is a really independently released game. Yeah. So you really forgive a lot of there wasn't a rule book in this game. Like I had to get like a PDF of the rule book.
Yeah.
Because the version of the game we got was actually a cobbled together Bombers and Traders, which is the new version of the game that they just released on Kickstarter. It's actually an expansion, but what they did was Bombers and Traders just finished up on Kickstarter a month or so ago. So, but a few months ago, they went ahead and gave us the Bombers and Traders cards with Good Cop, Bad Cop. So it's just kind of like a put together version of Good Cop, Bad Cop with everything in it. So, but it's really fun game. You really forgive a lot of the component quality. So the art is really cool in the game too. So after you do one of these actions, you have the opportunity to re-aim your gun. So, if you've gotten it and you've aimed it at somebody and then you went on to the next round, you haven't shot anybody, you do have the opportunity to re-aim your gun. So if you're a standard good or bad cop, you're dead after being shot once, okay? So you flip all your cards up and you go, okay, I was good, okay, or okay, I was bad. But if you're the agent or kingpin, you flip your cards over and take a wound card, and then you have to be shot a second time to die.
But that reveals to everyone that you're one of the two, too.
And the goal of the game is to shoot the leader of the opposing team. So if you're a bad cop, you want to kill the agent. If you're a good cop, you want to kill the kingpin. And that's how your team wins, right? That's really the gist of the game. You're trying to, look at cards and deduce what people are and, figure out where the agent and kingpin are. One of the cool things about this game is that it's a social deduction game, and it can be played by people who aren't super social people, because it is a deduction game and a social deduction game, but it's about looking at cards instead of like having to act or
ask questions.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's really cool. I mean, I like those games too, but I mean, this worked well with every group I played it with. I mean, from mom to sister, nieces, wife. I mean, everybody really, really enjoyed this game. I've had people asking to play this game more. They ask me to bring it when I come over. I mean, this game is really hit with my family.
Can you imagine some people playing werewolf or something like, oh, I'm not the werewolf?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not some people's forte.
Absolutely, and it really gets rid of that. It's a great game that plays entirely different each time. I mean, the pace of each game you play is different. Some games can really go through the motions of looking at cards, and I mean, it'll last 20, 30 minutes. And some games, really fun stuff happens. And so I'll give an example of a really fast-paced game. The game starts. It's someone's turn. They look at someone's card. Then it's my wife's turn. She looks at one of my cards, sees that I'm the agent. Then it's my turn. I look at one of her cards, see that she's the kingpin. It just happens to be that fast that the two people are discovered. At the same time, I say, she's the agent, and she says, he's the kingpin or whatever.
Yeah.
And we both say it. People flip over their cards, and it's just like, grab gun, grab gun, grab gun.
Shoot.
It's just a standoff. Yeah. I mean, trying to see who can do it. Who can kill the agent or kingpin first. Yeah. And what's fun about it are these equipment cards, because that's what can really change the scope of the game. I mean, with the equipment cards, you can get out of some situations that just seem completely impossible to get out of. I mean, you can be like, I'm the agent, I'm about to get shot again. And then one of your teammates draws a card, plays it, and then they're grabbing the gun from the person and pointing it back at them. I mean, it's a really fun game. And for something so small and how the components are and how it plays, it is incredibly thematic. Yeah. I mean, it's tense and like it feels like a standoff.
The first time you told me about this game, I was like, this sounds awesome.
The game really feels like the end of Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
That's how it feels every time. You get down to that tense moment where everybody knows who everybody is. And the fun thing is you can just yell it out like, they're the agent, and then everybody's like,
whoa.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like brows furrow. And
you said you weren't the agent. You lied to me.
And then people are thinking, should I admit that I'm a good cop? You know what I'm saying? People get really defensive, trying to protect the agent. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the action cards are great. They create really great tense moments where you can get out of those cool situations. I played the game 4 to 6 players, and it played good with all of them. I think you can play even more. I think you can play maybe up to 8. The Bombers and Traders expansion is really cool, too. So they were Kickstarter. They kickstarted the Bombers and Traders expansion, and it adds 2 roles. So if your card shows a certain number of bombs or knife symbols, then you're either one of those roles. I think it's like you have to have all 3 cards show the bomb to be the bomber, or all 3. I don't remember exactly how that works. But if you do end up being those roles, suicide bombers are trying to get themselves killed, like eliminated, before one of the leaders die. So they're trying to get killed, right? And if that happens, they win by themselves.
Wow.
So even cooler, the trader is trying to stay alive and be on the losing team.
So to make sure their team loses, but they don't die.
Yeah, so they want their leader to get killed, but them stay alive. So those are both really interesting roles, and I wonder like what other roles they can add. And it's just like adding that much more complexity to the game with just some extra little symbols on the top. I mean, 2 different symbols can like make people, I mean, you look at someone's cards and you see like, oh, okay, they're a good cop, they're on my team. But then their third card has the same little symbol on the top that you may not have noticed the other 2 had. So they're really trying to, die before any. Yeah. I mean, the game is incredibly thematic for how small and simple it is and looks. I mean, I really, really like this game, and I can't wait till you get to play it. I mean, I think this would even work with younger people, not kids, but like I think someone pretty young could understand, like
grasp it.
I don't know. I really, really like this game. It comes in a small box. I mean, this is a great going to office parties, going to like Christmas at your grandparents' house, like pop it out. You can teach everybody how to play in just a few minutes. What happens a lot of my family's house is you explain to everybody how the game works, right? And you say, okay, you are this if you have this. You're this if you have this. But you're the agent if you have, and you're good. You know what I mean?
And then they look at their cards and ask, oh, wait, if you, no.
That's exactly what happens every time. Yes. You pass them out. You get everybody ready. So somebody looks at their card and goes, so what does the agent mean again? Okay, give me the cards. Okay, I'll explain it, pass it back out. But man, I just can't say enough good things about this game. There's not one bad thing about it. I don't know if it's like out there available for sale right now, but it's going to be, especially when Bombers and Traders comes out. Hopefully it'll hit the store. This game is good enough that Tom Vassell offered to make this game part of the Dice Tower Essentials line coming out from Arcane Wonders, and they turned him down.
Wow, they were like, "No, we got this."
That's how good this game is and how much positive reception it's gotten and how much money they've made on Kickstarter from this game. I mean, fun game, Good Cop, Bad Cop. So when Bombers and Traders comes out, or just if you can find Good Cop, Bad Cop anywhere, I mean, you will not regret having this game to take to parties. And you got to have a good-sized group, but I'm glad it works so well with, like, my family, because that's my good-sized game group, you know?
Yeah.
But my nieces want to play it. I mean, everybody really likes this game. So I'm super, super pleased with Good Cop, Bad Cop, man. It's a fun game. Go get it.